everybody here to Friday Night Football here in Vancouver. This is Rodney Lawrence and Ryan Vassbinder here to bring you Mountain View Thunder going against the Hanford Falcons tonight. This is Mountain View's homecoming game tonight, too, so hopefully they are definitely looking to get a big win out here tonight. Kind of early for homecoming, though, wouldn't you think, Ryan?
It is a little early, but the season has certainly started here. I mean, we're still in non-league play. League play starts next week, but hey, Mountain View's home, and they're ready to celebrate. Yeah, they sure are. These two did meet last year. Hanford got the best of them at their meeting last year out there at the Hanford's location, 34-28. And if you guys remember, that was that week after that big win that they had against Union. So, maybe they were just emotionally drained. This year, Hanford struggling a little bit. Haven't won a game yet this season. So they're definitely coming down here looking to get a win. So it looks like the Storm here is going to go ahead and I'm sorry, not the Storm. I was thinking of Skyview. Thunder.
The Thunder.
Thunder, it's stormish, but it's not the Storm.
Yeah, it's all weather. It's all weather. Mountain View out there on the field to receive the ball. Mountain View actually predicted to win the game this year, even though they didn't last year. And we have started this game. They're going to keep that one low to the ground. It's going to get picked up right about the 15. Bringing it right down through the middle. Steps out in the open. Got one man to beat. Almost gets by him. Tripped up by looks like that might have been the kicker. The Thunder's going to take the ball right inside of the Falcons' territory. 1st and 10. Looks like from the 48-yard line. So, good start.
Yeah, good run back. It certainly was the kicker by Hanford to go ahead and make that play. Elijah Leader to get that ball return tripped up.
All right, so this is the first time we've actually seen the Mountain View team out here under the new coach, their new head coach out here. Number 4, Cash Cook, the quarterback out here. Looks like we've got some movement on the defense. That'll give them 2nd and 5. Porter Drake starting running back out there on the field. All right, so they're going to line up slot receivers, a wing back down here. It looks like number 7. That's going to be James Thompson. And fakes the handoff. Has a man open right down the middle of the field. That's going to be their tight end. Makes the man miss. Goes for it. Outsteps one. And they're going to get a touchdown right away as he gets thrown down in the end zone. Didn't flag that one, but right out of the gate, that's going to be Aiden Cummings. Number 80, their tight end, released right up the field. Nobody on it.
No. 2 big plays by the Mountain View. Well, 1 big play by the Mountain View offense, 1 by special teams to set them up in a great spot, and they're up early, 6-0.
Yeah, that was perfectly called play. Definitely a breakdown on the Hanford Falcon defense there, not to pick up the tight end as he releases. They're going to go in and go for 2 on this one, and it looks like they're going to get in on the 2 points as well. So Mountain View on top, barely starting the game, and they're on top 8-0. One great special team, and here it is. Kind of look at that replay.
Yeah, Cummings just found himself wide open in the middle of the field. Broke a couple tackles into the end zone.
Sure did. Nice start for the young man, a junior. 6'1", 185, nice sized guy. They're going to have to wrap him up if they're going to bring him down.
Yeah, we'll see here if Hanford can go ahead and come out and answer, or they may need to make some changes, or if Mountain View just had 2 really good plays.
Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and see what's going on here. Hanford has 2 men deep just inside the 10-yard line. Getting ready to set up here. And we are golf here. That ball's going to get, well, thought he was going to pick it up and handle it. Not able to get his hands on it, so it just goes down. Best bet there. It's Christian Abel, number 10 for the Hawks. For the Hawks quarterback, Eli Perks is got them all huddled up. It's going to be first down and 10 from looks like about the 22-yard line. Hanford does play with a fullback, Josh Henning, and Carter Kaufman, their running back. Oh, nice pop right there. Looks like he's going to get stopped right there at the 25-yard line. Handoff to Kaufman. Runs in nice inside that kick-out block by his fullback. It's like 2nd and 8. Briggs huddle into the formation. We have got wide out receivers on either side. Going to send a slot to the far side. And this looks like a design quarterback keeper. As Perks finds the edge and gets right up the field, and he is going to be down the sideline. I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch him on this. And we have got two big plays back-to-back from each of the offenses here as we start this game. 10:36 left to play. We've got 2 scores.
Yeah, not the start I was expecting. I mean, Perks was able to just go ahead and find the sideline, get around the corner, and work himself through some traffic to an open field.
Yeah, he sure was. Just kind of danced up the sideline. I think maybe they probably just kind of gave up thinking he was going to run out. He, high-wired that sideline and got all the way out there for a 75-yard touchdown run. Pretty good. Pretty good. We'll see here. These guys are also going to go for 2. This time the quarter is under the center. Fakes the pitch. Has a guy in the back. That ball's going to get picked off. And that is going to be by Cummings, number 80. Kind of drops back there into the pass route. And with that, both teams on the scoreboard early here. Mountain View still on top, 8-6. And here's going to be a replay of that.
And you see Perks here. It is a design keeper as he takes off immediately. And he just bounces to the outside. Couple good blocks.
Yeah, there was some lackluster effort there by the last Mountain View defender over there. Thought he was just going to be able to just push him out of bounds. He didn't go that easy, and up the sidelines for a 75-yard touchdown he goes. So back to the same familiar scene just about a minute and a half ago where Hanford is kicking the ball off to the Thunder. That ball's going to get picked up inside the 5. Brings it to this side of the field. This time he is going to get down to about the 30 before he's stopped.
Ball returner there was Akalai Kamau. Good return.
Yeah, he's also the one who's got the 2 points for him too. So already had a good night so far. Good afternoon, I should say. Handoff this time, bounce out. That's going to be Jaden Brown. He's going to get to the 40 before he stopped. Hey, just want to remind everybody that we are on channel 328 tonight for anybody in the local area. And as always, if you got people outside of the area, they can always go to YouTube, go to the Evergreen School channel, Evergreen School District channel, and pick up the game there as well. So we thank everybody who is joining us from all different areas. Another handoff to the running back. He's going to get down to just about the 43-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. First down and 10. Going to line up here again. We've got James down here at the bottom of your screen lined up as a wing. Quick handoff. And he is going to make some good effort there. Gets into the territory of the Falcons, and he's going to go down at the 35-yard line. It looks like they're going to put it right at about the 36.
Yeah, Carter Kaufman there coming up with a big tackle. If he misses that, I think Brown's going to the house.
Yeah, definitely. Quick handoff there to the to Jaden Brown. You see Mountain View is still running the familiar offense that we saw last year, even though they have a brand new coaching staff. Nice job here. That is going to be Porter Drake. Tried to find some room to the jig back to the inside, tried to come back to the outside and lost his footing. Looks like he's going to get right at about 9 yards on this. And nope, looks like they're going to go ahead and give them all 10. So that's going to move the chains. First down and 10 from the 26-yard line. So the offense may still look familiar to everybody, even though they have a new head coach. And here is a nice play to the wing back, and that is going to be the wing. That is James Thompson. Number 7. Thompson's going to take the ball, and he is going to get across the 20, looks like to right about the 19.5-yard line here, and bring up second down in a long 3. Quarterback drops back, has a man out in the flat, not able to get it to him. Dylan Hubert, the intended receiver on that play. That's going to bring up third down. First pass play of the night. Going to hand this one off. Pulls in behind the pulling guard. Nice job as he stiff arms. He's going to be going to the house, and he is going to get pushed out of bounds right at the 2-yard line. Great job there by the pulling offensive lineman there that just created space for him to get to the outside and do what he does. Nice run there for Porter.
Yeah, it certainly was. That was Eli Perks that was able to go ahead and push him out of bounds. Burke, also the quarterback, playing both sides of the ball tonight for Hanford.
Drake already this year for 281 yards for 30 carries. So the first 3 games already having a pretty good season here. Shotgun formation. Cook's going to keep this one, and he is not going to get in. Looks like he'll get about a yard on this. Bring up second and goal from, it looks like the 1. Brown returns to the game. Cook under center. Quarterback sneak, and he is going to get the touchdown. That'll take the score to 14. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and, looks like here comes the kicker. Going for the traditional 1 point here. Snap, getting a good hold, and the kick is good. And that's going to push the score out to 15-6. Mountain View Thunder over the Hanford Falcons. So, you know, it's pretty early to start doing this. Is this going to be a shootout? Or, you know, because it looks like it, I mean, it could possibly be.
It could possibly be. We haven't seen a lot of good defensive plays, but then again, we haven't seen a lot of plays in general. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
That's true. First possession, both teams had 2 or 3 plays before they scored. This one, you know, Mountain View had a little more. Hanford's looking like they're having a little bit more bend, not break mentality.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of open space, a lot of holes where offensive, whether the quarterback or the running back is finding holes to gain some ground. We'll see if that tightens up as the game goes on.
All right, here we're set up here for the 4th kickoff of this quarter. 7:12 left to play in the first quarter, and we have got a 15-6 score. That ball is going to go out of bounds, and we'll just assume that the Falcons are going to take the ball on the 35. 1st and 10 from there. Okay, so we picked up the megaphones there pretty good. Falcons line up here. We've got slot receivers down here at the bottom of your screen. Quarterback drops back, has a man coming across the middle, and he is going to drop that one as it hits him right in the hands.
Yeah, it's a big drop there by Sarabia Jr. He had lots of space around him, and it's one of those situations where he just started to move his feet and look before he caught the ball.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Arnold, the receiver down here at the bottom of your screen. Traditional I formation, quarterback under center. They're going to give it to the fullback, and he is not going to have anywhere to go as he gets wrapped up right there at the handoff. Josh Hennings, big fullback, weighs 215. So, I mean, obviously you let him get to running downhill a little bit, and he's going to be tough to bring down. Good job there defensively to stop him before he really got going. They actually lost a yard out of that, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. This time they line up in a pistol formation. Fakes the handoff, bootlegs out, has a man open deep, and almost intercepted. Sarabia, the intended receiver, number 1, he had actually found some opening and some space out there behind the defenders. Eli Perks not able to get the ball out there to him. That'll bring up 4th and 11, and they got a punt team coming out here. Here is the replay.
Yeah, here's the replay here. You see Sarabia. I mean, he's created space and separation. He outran his quarterback.
Outran the arm. All right, here we go at the punt. That's going to be not a very good one. let's see here. They're going to bring it all the way up. It looks like the 40, 50, 49, 48-yard line. 48-yard line on that one. So 1st and 10 for the Thunder. And they're going to take the ball over in Falcon territory. You know, something that they definitely need to pay attention to is both those passes, well, both were intended for Sarabia. One he dropped. The other one, and he was wide open.
Yeah.
This one outran the arm, and he was wide open. That might be something that you know, even though they weren't successful, might be something they need to pay attention to.
Oh, absolutely.
They got another man coming down the middle wide open, and he is not going to be able to reach out there and get it this time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Rodney. I mean, Mountain View is going to have to keep an eye on that because if either one of those passes are caught, I mean, Hanford still has the ball in this situation.
Yeah,
so
they sure do.
You know, it's certainly the first turnover and downs that we've seen tonight, but there's still a lot of positives for Hanford and something Mountain View is going to have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, pay attention to that. That last play right there, that was Dylan Huber, the intended receiver, tried to reach out for that one, not able to get it. We're going to get this ball over to Drake. Drake's looking for an opening. Nice little step-back move into the middle. He's going to pick up some yards, get down across the 45. He's going to bring up 2nd down. The lineup here is the quarterback Cook now. Shotgun formation. Porter and Thompson in the backfield. And we're going to get some movement again by the nose tackle, it looks like, there for the Falcons. He's going to give him a freebie there. That was number 78, Roman Lewis. Couldn't hold it there. That'll bring up another 1st down. So we wind the clock at 7:15, or 5:14, I should say. We're going to get rolled out. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket. He's going to get chased. Gets down across the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he might get a yard before he is run out of bounds.
They're marking him a yard short, it looks like. Cook doing a good job there to at least get close back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, it wasn't looking good for him for a while.
No, sure wasn't. Sure wasn't that well.
In that pocket.
Where they lined him up going to bounce, looks like he did lose a yard on that, so it's 2nd actually and 11 and not 10. Under the center, reverse handoff, that's going to go to Brown. Brown will get to the 35-yard line. Falcons having a lot of players playing both ways out here. Cook back under center, and he's going to hand this one off to Drake. Drake looking for somewhere to go, cuts that back inside, finds a crease. He is going to be wide open. We are going to have ourselves another touchdown as he gets in right in on the pylon for another 6 points for the Mountain View Thunder. Nice job there. I mean, you know, he just, obviously the play's flowing this way to the bottom of our screen, puts his foot in the ground, goes back the other way, across the grain, and is able to find space.
Yeah, that's a great run there by Porter Drake. I mean, there was another big block by Dylan Huber that opened up that far side for him.
Yep. Going to go for the 2 again. And he's going to get in. So that, you know, you see people line up in that formation a lot, but they always run back in there and kick it.
Yeah.
Both times, well, 2 out of the 3 now, they have gone for it and got the 2 points.
Yeah, they certainly And here's the replay. You see Porter Drake just able to cut back.
There's the block right
There's
there
the big
by
block
Huber.
by Huber.
A nice job there by Drake as he it's a chase to the pylon there, and he's able to get in there. So 23-6, and we've got 4 minutes 22 seconds left in the first quarter, and we have got a 23-6 ball game already.
Yeah, we'll see if Hanford can come back and put together an answer here before this quarter ends. Yeah, Akali Kamau with the 2-point conversion. You know, they have him listed here as wide receiver and defensive back. What they don't have him listed as place kicker, kick returner,
Yeah.
and 2-point conversion specialist.
Right, exactly. Wearing more than the normal 2 hats here on tonight's game. This one's going to back him up to the 10. Makes the first one miss. Gets out to the sidelines, and he'll get rode out of bounds. Looks like at right about the 30, 30, 32, 31-yard line. First down and 10 for the Hanford Falcons. Eli Perks, the captain of the ship here for the Falcons. Move the running back out to the slot to the far side. Drops back. This time the catch is made. Quick slant. Nobody's on him playing. Give him a whole lot of room on that one.
Yeah, I was looking at that pre-snap, and I mean, Holloman's giving him 15 yards of cushion. I mean, Sarah B is quick, but you're going to have to figure something else out because that's not going to work all night.
No, that slant's going to be there all day.
Yeah, you can see here how far off he was playing off of wide receiver.
All right, they broke huddle here. Looks like Shane Arnold down here lines up down on top of the numbers. Kaufman goes out to the slot to the far side. Drops back again. This time he's going to get flushed out of the pocket. He'll get tripped up. That'll go down as a sack, as it looks like he's going to go down at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like that turf monster may be living right there at the 35-yard line tonight.
Yeah. Great job there by the Thunder's defensive line there. Kind of crushed the pocket on him. Kind of shot him out the back, the other side of it. Not able to keep his feet because he had some space if he hadn't fallen. 2nd and 13. Break the huddle. Slot receivers down here at the bottom of your screen. It's going to be Preston Bryant, number 11, in the slot. 2 backs in the backfield. Drops out, has 2 receivers. Pump fakes. This one is going to be for Preston Bryant. Catches that. Great catch there by Preston Bryant as he's able to bring that one in right there at the 20-yard line. And that is going to be a big play for the Falcons as that moves the chains. 1st and 10 puts them deep in Mountain View territory.
Yeah, I mean, Hanford's, here's a replay, and they're able just to exploit Mountain View's secondary so far tonight. Brooks finds Bryant, and this time this throws right on the money. Bryant, dealing with a little bit of pressure, is able to go ahead and bring it in over his shoulder.
Handoff this time to the running back to the far side of the field. It's going to be Kaufman. He'll get about half of it. That'll bring up 2nd down. Formation again. We've got trip receivers down here at the bottom of the screen now. Quarterback looking for someplace to throw the ball. Nobody open out there. And there is a penalty flag. It does not look like he got outside of the tackle box, so they might call that. Oh, but nope, we got a holding. And that's going to be against Hanford. So that's going to back him up 10. So that's going to bring him back to, it looks like, the 24-yard line. So instead of 2nd and 5, it looks like we're going to have 2nd and 15. Hennings slots at the bottom of the screen here beside the quarterback. Drops again, has a man open out there in the flat, makes the catch. Going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring back 3rd and 10.
Big hit there by Aiden Denbo. Able to come up with a tackle.
Get to the line of scrimmage. About a minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. Has a man in the open. That's going to be just outside of the reach there of Bryant. That incomplete pass will stop the clock.
Yeah, just barely off the mark there. If he's bringing that in, that certainly moves the chains.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. It looks like he really never, the quarterback, never really got settled on that. His feet were still kind of moving around as he let that one go. Ball kind of sailed on him. Missed a good opportunity to move the chains. Now they're looking at 4th and 10. Obviously, 4-down territory when you're down 23-6. Trip receivers here, pistol formation. They're going to fake it. He's going to roll out the back of this. He's going to get chased hard. I don't know if he's going to be able to get his shoulders around. He is. And he's going to make the catch in the end zone for the touchdown. Good job there, Sean Arnold. Big number 13 for the Falcons. Just kind of did a basketball move right there. Just kind of bodied the defender.
He did. He was able to bring that in. I mean, that's an impressive throw by Perks as well. I mean, moving on the run, finding a target under pressure because it looked like he was going to have to either run out of bounds or get hit to force a turnover.
No, great job. Great job. I mean, Sean Arnold, that was a great basketball move. 6'2", 198, on one of the defenders back there. He has them at least by 30 pounds and just able to body him and position himself to get that ball. Great job. As they're able to pull a little closer here with 12. They're going to go for 2 on this one themselves, and they are not going to be successful at it for the second time, so that'll keep the score 23-12 with a minute and 7 left to play in the first quarter. So Hanford showing some ability to put some points on the board when they're able to have their offense out there on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you take a look at this replay. Yeah, and Perk's just able to find Arnold. Yeah, I think Hanford has certainly found a weakness in Mountain View's secondary, and they're trying to exploit that as much as possible. But they have to tone up their own secondary as well to keep them from scoring.
Yeah, they sure do. They sure do. Leader there, getting them ready to kick. It's Elijah Leader, number 34. handling the kicking responsibilities so far. And this is going to be a short one as it bounces right there in front of Brown. Brown does a good job just finding the holes out there. And he is not going to get taken down until he gets across midfield down to the 41-yard line. So Brown one-hops it, takes it for about 35 yards.
Yeah, you can see Brown here. I mean, he's listed at 5'9", 201, and he's agile and he's more powerful than a lot of these defensive players. He's able to run through them.
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. All right, here we go. Wing formation. And they're going to hand this one off to Porter Drake. Drake does a great job, and he just gets right up the field. Doesn't even hesitate. He's going to get down to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 4. Huber up top. Thompson in the wing. They're going to hand that off to him. He's able to do a little dance in there. He'll get the 4 yards. Just barely. It'll be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10. All right, well, this will run out the first quarter here. 23-12 the score. Both teams showing that when the offensive get an opportunity, they can do some things. Defenses definitely showing weaknesses on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's certainly an eventful first quarter. And, I mean, we were looking at 35 points combined between both teams. I mean, the offenses are there. It's going to be which defense can step up. And right now it looks like it's Mountain View. But they've had some holes, too. I mean, they've only stopped Hanford once.
Yeah.
And the big difference is the 2-point conversions on Mountain View side.
Yep. So we'll see what we're going to have to go here. Hanford, they are going to have a defensive stop here defensively to get themselves back in the game, because if they just keep going touchdown for touchdown here, then they're not going to catch them.
Right.
I mean, their defense is going to have to stiffen up here at least a couple of times here to give themselves an opportunity to get back in this game. Offensively, they seem to be doing all right. Definitely some stuff to talk about, chalkboard stuff at halftime on both sides here, defensively. All right, so 1st down and 10 as we start the second quarter here. 23-12 the score. Thunder on top. Cash Cook, the quarterback. Shotgun formation. Going to hand this one off to Drake. Drake looking for somewhere to go. He's going to get dragged down from behind there. Looks like he will get a yard out of this.
That was a good tackle there by number 56, Elijah Torres.
Slot receivers down here at the bottom. There's the big man up top. That is a play that looks like might work for them all night, as the play action tight end just kind of leaks right up the field. Cummings open again. Better pass there by Cash, and that would have been another 6 points.
Yeah, Mountain View running a little bit of a hurry-up offense. It's throwing Hanford just off kilter a little bit. Able to stop that one, though.
Porter Drake, the ball carrier, is not able to get much on that one. It looks like they will generously give him the line of scrimmage. Drops back again, looking for somebody. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket. Throws that one on the run, trying to hit the back of the pylon. He's not going to be successful. Hubert, the intended receiver on that one. And they do seem to be in a bit of a rush type of offense. Not really sure why but they are trying to speed things up, and it looks like that they're paying for it a little bit.
A little bit. It certainly does. I mean, and it could be one of those things where they're trying, trying different pace of offense. It's still early in the season in case they get in the situation later in the year.
3rd and 10. The situation, we're going to get a rollout here, and looking for somewhere to go. Cuts that back inside, and he looks like he's going to get about halfway, about the 6-yard line. 4th down. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 7-yard line. No personnel change. Jaden Brown goes into the game, so it'll be him and Porter in the backfield. Looks like we still have Thompson out there in the wing. Cash Cook goes under center this time. Double pass, and that's going to be mated right inside. Good connection there at the line of scrimmage, but Brown is just too strong. But there's that double handoff that Mountain View has been patented for years. Brought it out in a timely manner, just perfect opportunity for it. Faked everybody out, nobody out there on the outside for Jaden Brown.
Yeah, I mean, it creates just enough confusion for long enough, and especially in this type of situation where you get the 7 yards that you need.
Owen Purvis, the kicker. And that's going to be good. Purvis, 6 foot, senior kicker for him. Here is another look at that play at the double handoff, and just had everybody flowing the other direction. Nobody out there. Brown able to just pretty much get in there untouched. Okay, Owen Purvis there to kick this ball off as well. So he is actually listed as the kicker, but he doesn't look like he was handling them responsibilities the first couple of times in the first quarter. So not sure what happened, but he is on the field, and nice kick. Oh my goodness, as he catches that and goes down. Hanford's now going to take the ball down inside the 5-yard line. 1st down and 10, deep in their own territory.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate result there because
Yeah, it
he
sure
certainly
is.
had room.
Hanford coming a pretty good clip here to come down here and play us, coming from Richland, Washington, correct?
Yeah, Tri-Cities area,
Yeah, the
just
Tri-Cities
north.
area. Long ride. Shotgun formation. He's going to drop back into the end zone. He is this time not able to find anything. Kind of had that receiver bracketed on there. Kind of an over-under coverage. Wasn't much they could do on that play. Kaufman was the intended receiver, so they kind of put their running back out there in slot, hoping that, he'd pick up coverage from a linebacker or something. They covered it pretty well on that one. Safety stayed over the top of that, and there wasn't any openings. Second down and 10. Pistol formation to the strong side. They're going to put the one guy. This time the quarterback's going to take it himself. That is not going to be successful at all as he barely gets out of the end zone. So he's going to lose yards on this play.
I think he did. I think forward progress certainly helped him to prevent that being a safety.
Yeah, it sure did. Looks like they spotted the ball on the 1, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 13. They're going to have to get all the way out to the 15-yard line to move the chains here. Slot receivers on the far side of the field. Under center this time. Play action. Has Bryant open. Bryant, great catch. There's a little bit of a push off there, but he is able to bring that one in and make a big play off that play action on a 3rd and 13, and they are able to get into Mountain View territory with a great play action play to the big man down the sideline.
Yeah, you see it here. I mean, I think they do get a little lucky with no flag call with that little push off.
There was a bit of a push off right there, but he got away with that one. Great job. I tell you what, Preston Bryant, number 11, he's been their playmaker right now.
He
2
certainly
big
has
plays for him. And now we're going to see who moved first.
And by the reactions, I think it's going to be on Hanford.
And that is going to be on Hanford. That'll back him up 5. It'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah, it looks like Sean Arnold on the far side there just moved a little soon. It's going to back him up.
They break the huddle. 2 slot receivers here at the bottom. Bryant in the slot. Arden lined up here on top of the numbers here at the bottom of the screen. Another play action. They're going for Bryant again. This time they're going to overthrow him. That incomplete pass will stop the clock at 8:50. Time, quarterback under center, I formation. They're going to give that to the up back, and that is going to be Josh Hennings. Mountain View's defensive front there doing a pretty good job on handling that particular play. They've tried that a couple of times already. They haven't been able to do much with it.
No, the timing of it's been great. It's been after a couple of big passing plays, a couple of incompletes, and they try to run up the gut, and Mountain View's done a great job to kind of stack the box.
Yep. So big-time passing situation here. 3rd down and 14. Hennings able to get a yard out of that. They're going to roll out. He's going to get chased right away. Great job there as he gets that ball to the running back. Makes a great catch over his back shoulder. That is going to be enough. Let's see if they're going to move the chains on that one. They are. And they're going to take that ball down to, looks like the 27-yard line, 1st down and 10. Great job there by the quarterback, Perks, as he hits up Kaufman.
Yeah, you see here, Kaufman's calling for it. Also, Josh Hennings right there, too.
Nobody picked him up coming out of the backfield.
No.
You know, and he let that outside backer just come. You know, nice little chase route. As you know, the backer comes and he pretty much just replaced where the backer was, and Kaufman caught the ball right there in that space. Just kind of drew him upfield and left a little space there for Kaufman to kind of settle in and make the catch.
Yeah, I mean, Hanford has certainly made big plays when they've needed to.
Yeah, they have. They have. So Hanford has 2 timeouts left. This is an important series of downs for them, as they come out with a formation that we haven't seen yet from them, and that's a bunch formation, if you will. They'll send a man in motion, settle in. Screen going back the other direction. Great job. Nice open field tackle there. That's going to be by Dylan Hubert, because that could have gotten a whole lot more yardage on that. Good play. Very good play calling. All the motion was coming to the right, and went back to the left out there and tried to make something happen. Nice 4-yard gain. Need to get past the 15. Or just right up to the 15 to move the chains. Going to hand this one off. And they're going to come up and nice stop there. Looks like we have got a penalty generally in that area. That's probably going to be a holding. We'll see what goes on here. And it is. It's going to be a holding call against Hanford, so that'll back them up 10. Kind of a student body left play. They had everybody going that direction.
Yeah, and that puts Hanford in another position where they're sitting down and long.
Yeah. $16 yards to move the chains. Bunch formation down here at the bottom. Drop back. He is going to stay in there as he has a man open. Overthrows the open man. Once again, it looks like there was a defensive breakdown in the secondary out there.
There certainly was. I mean, Perks certainly should have hit Sarabia there in stride. Yeah. Unfortunately, he had a little bit of pressure. I think they kind of threw him off just a bit. As we see in the replay here, as he steps up, he gets touched, and I think it throws him off just a little bit. Maybe he rushes it, unable to find his wide receiver that's wide open down in the middle of the field.
So great opportunity missed. They're going to come back out with this formation again. Pistol formation. Drops back again, and this one's going to go for Bryant. Bryant's able to bring it in, and they're going to give him the touchdown. He hit the goalpost. We'll see if he is going to be all right. No, he's going to get up and walk on his own. Great catch there by Bryant. Another big play by Preston Bryant.
That's another huge play. That time throws on the money. I was questioning the throw because he threw that up into a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
Big props by Bryant to come up with a catch and then to keep it after, wraps himself around the field goal post.
Yeah, he sure did. I mean, right there, that's quarterback trusting his receiver because he threw him open, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, turnabout is fair play. These guys are going to do the same thing. Looks like this time they are going to go ahead and kick it. And it looks like we're going to have a fire drill here on the extra point. Hanford has been struggling with the special teams. They haven't got an extra point yet tonight. They have been able to put points on the board. Nice job, just kind of steps in and throws the man open as he goes and gets it. Touchdown, and finds the touchdown and the goal post. 30-18, Mountain View's still on top.
You get an extra point for that?
Yeah, it should, right? Hanford special teams back out there again. Remind everybody that tonight is Mountain View's homecoming, so halftime will run a little bit longer than normal. And we've got a kick. He's going to keep that one on the ground. And it'll be covered right there at the 20. Gets it to the outside. Nice little move as he just tries to bring it back to the outside, but he's going to get knocked down.
Kamau doing a great job there just to be patient to see what's developing in front of him. See him just take a quick glance upfield.
Nice way to blow through that arm tackle. Tried to find something to do. Good run. Gets it up to the 40, first down and 10. Cash is going to get dropped back. Screen play, and they're going to get Drake out there by himself. And we've got a penalty flag there. The only thing I can think there is he threw that one past the line of scrimmage, and he had defenders downfield. Linemen downfield.
We'll see what the call is. Up with.
That is exactly what it was. I thought he made that catch. I mean, it looked like, at first it looked like he was scrambling. Then it looked like it was a screen play because he was trying to get to the D line to chase him, and Drake just a little bit outside the line of scrimmage, and that's going to pull a flag every time.
Yep.
So that'll back him up down to the 25-yard line. Wind the clock. Cash drops back, looking for somebody to throw the ball to. Has a man coming across the middle. Oh, and he brings that one in. Great job and a great catch. Kaufman right there with him. Cash able to put that ball directly on him for a nice catch.
Yeah, Kamau with a great grab there. I mean, he fought through his jersey being tugged on too.
Yeah,
I'm surprised there was no hanky thrown. Great pitch, great catch. Here we see a replay. Cook just finds him downfield. Has all the time in the world.
There's the jersey tug. Good job. Good concentration there for the receiver. Hands this ball off to the big running back, Brown. Brown's able to get down to the 5-yard line, it looks like. Now Jaden and Porter both in the backfield. They're going to hand this one off to Porter this time. Porter gets in behind his blocking, untouched, into the end zone for another 6 points. Owen Purvis here for the kick. And that is going to be good. And that'll push it to 37-18. With 4 minutes, 51 seconds left to play in the first half. Mountain View running away with it. So I tell you what, their running back combination there with Mountain View between Brown and Drake, they do pretty well there. I mean, either one of those guys, now, I mean, both of them have shown us their abilities to to make things happen. Brown just downhill hard. He's just going to be tough to stop. Drake has shown us a couple of times how he's able to just find space in a crowd and just get yards when he needs to.
Yeah, they've both been impressive to watch tonight, and the combination between the two certainly is keeping the Hanford defense guessing.
Yeah. No, Brown has 4 touchdowns already this year before this game and 148 yards on 21 carries. We talked about Porter being at about almost 300 yards already in this short season, 3 games in. So, and both of them we're going to do. Both of them look like they're going to get 100 or at least close to 100 yards tonight.
Yeah. I would be surprised if they don't with the type of game that they've had already.
All right, so Hanford's going to go ahead and take over the ball on the 20-yard line. First down and 10. Eli Perks comes into the huddle. Preston Bryant now comes out here, lines up down here at the bottom of your screen. Roll out. And he is going to get hit as this one, and that ball's going to get intercepted as he gets hit as he tries to let that one go. Great job there. Here's the mistake they're going to see on film on Monday. Bryant broke off his route, dropped right there in the space, nobody around him.
Yeah, and they missed him.
Yeah, sure did. They sure did.
Yeah, I mean, you
see if you'll be able to pick that up here.
Eli Perks here getting hit hard as he releases the ball. And at that point, his receiver just becomes a defender at that point because.
Yeah, he sure does.
I think we're going to have a penalty on Hanford here. Doesn't look like Preston Bryant was able to get off the field fast enough before the ball was snapped.
Yep, and that is right. So we'll march off to 5 on that. Give them half of it. Second down. First down, I'm sorry. Takes the handoff, has a receiver open down the field. He's rolling for it. Not able to bring that one in, though, as it hits him in his hands as he's backing up. That's going to be Hubert, the intended receiver. Cornerbacks peeking in the backfield just a little bit, but, that's what that kind of offense will do when you have those 3 options sitting there in the back. I mean, and they're playing them a zone. You get caught peeking, that's what happens. The receiver, you look up and the receiver's behind you. Thompson on the wing on the far side. They're going to hand this one to Drake. We got another penalty flag right now. Drake's finding space as always. Just a great run as he's going to get down to about the 31-yard line, but we have got a penalty on the penalty flag. We'll see what the call is going to be. Generally, that's going to be against the Thunder. So we got an illegal motion. Looks like somebody not quite set as they get ready to take, as the ball is snapped. That'll back them back up to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Negating that great run there by Porter Drake, though. Formation again, double handoff, wide open spaces. That's going to be Thompson. Gets in behind, great block there by Cummings, and that is going to be a touchdown, but we do have a late penalty flag coming in, and it happened right around where that block took place.
It did, and it looked like there was 2 really good blocks by Cummings there. We'll see We'll see what the Zebras come up with.
So they're going to discuss it here. That's right around. I mean, that's where the block happened. And they are saying a push in the back, block in the back. And that's exactly what they're going to call it. Did he turn his back on the play? Is that what happened on that one? I didn't. It looked like a clean block to me. But
that's what I saw too from up here. Here we'll see a replay.
Yeah.
Down here at the bottom of your screen.
Oh,
ooh.
That's close. That's close. All righty, so that's going to be a illegal block in the back is the call, and that'll push him back to the line of scrimmage there, first down and 10. Cook drops back, has a man coming across the middle. That's going to be Hubert. Hubert not able to reach out and grab that one. Stopping the clock, 4:03 left to play in the first half. Thunder on top, 37-18 on Mountain View's homecoming night. Second down. Slot formation here at the bottom. Porter's going to take that one. He looks like he is not going to get far. Looks like his knee hit the ground right at about the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up third down. Oh, actually, they're going to actually say he lost a yard, so third and 11. Trip receivers down here at the bottom of the screen. Empty backfield. Looking for somebody. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket, and he'll take a sack on that one right here and right in front of his bench. Christian Abel. Credit for the sack. It's going to bring up fourth and a lot. Mountain View's offense stays on the field. Well, it looks like they're going to call a timeout and talk about this a little bit.
So Hanford's looking at their first defensive stop. I mean, it is with an assist of a yellow penalty flag.
Yeah.
But over the last couple plays, they've stood mounted up.
Yeah.
Mounted you up a little bit.
First sack of the night.
Yeah.
First legitimate sack of the night, I would say, where they really, flushed him out of there and was able to take him down. All right, they talked about it, and they're still going to go for it. Hubert and Kamal still at there, lined up at the bottom of the screens here. Thompson, the wingback on the far side. Drake, the running back. Play action, he keeps dropping back. He's got Drake out there in the open all by himself. He's going to cut that one back into the middle of the field and get down to the 35-yard line. Not quite enough for the first down, so they will turn the ball over on downs for the first time tonight. Credit the Hanford defense, able to make their first stop in this first half.
Yeah, we'll see if that swings the momentum in their favor. They've got 2 minutes, 46 seconds. They've shown it's certainly enough time for them to put one in the end zone before the half.
Yeah. And
then they're going to go ahead and they're going to get the ball at the start of the second half as well.
Yeah, they sure will. So this is a big series for them to kind of get themselves back into this ball game. Slot receivers to the far side. Play action. As a man coming across the middle, that's going to be caught right in the middle of the field. That will move the chains. First down and 10 from the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that throw just slightly behind Sarabia as it looks like he got a little knocked up on that play, but it just stopped his momentum. Otherwise, he could have gotten, another 5, 6, 7 yards out of that catch.
Yep, it did come a little late. Came a little late for him. Sean Arnold comes into the game with the play. Arnold and Bryant lined up on the far side. Bryant in the slot. Henning and Kaufman in the backfield. As a man coming across the middle, makes the catch. The big man in the crowd, great job. That's going to be down to the 40-yard lines, which is going to move the chains as well. Good job there by Arnold.
Yeah, impressive by Arnold to hold on to that. He certainly bobbled it, but his finger strength was able to go ahead and bring it in. So we see a replay here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, fingertip catch by Arnold. Hit instantly. He's able to go ahead and bring it in for a first down.
Line up again, slot receivers down here at the bottom. This time they're going to hand the ball off. Kaufman has nowhere to go as he is going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we've got some extracurriculars going on. We've got a penalty flag. I'm sure it's going to be of the unsportsmanlike variety as from where that flag ended, where it happened on the play. We'll see which direction this is going to go.
Well, okay, it was on both, so offsetting. And we're just gonna go play ball here. Second down. Hanford needs to get to the 30-yard line. Just under a minute and a half left to play in this quarter. Time definitely of the essence here. Drops back. It's the big tight end right there in the middle of the field. Nice open field tackle there by Hubert.
Yeah, Sean Arnold definitely making an impact as he's come in. 2 big catches on this drive alone.
Well, the clock won't start until, well, actually it did start before the box was set. There's some quick movement right there, right away. Good run there.
Hanford does have 2 timeouts left in the half. We're looking at 50 seconds and counting on the clock.
Hurry up and get out here. And we're going to have a penalty flag. As there was still movement, the receiver still Sarabia hadn't set before they snapped that ball, so that's going to back him up 5. It does stop the clock for him.
I guess that is one way to go ahead and save a timeout.
Yeah, not quite sure why he's wanting to save him.
Yeah, he's still got 2. I'm surprised they didn't take one earlier.
Yeah. So they'll march him off 5. Mark the ball right there at the 22-yard line. Arnold now lined up out here by himself on an island. See how it is. Play action. Arnold is the guy he's looking for. And not able to bring that one in, but that knew exactly what was going to go on there.
Yeah.
Great job there by Hubert.
Yeah, it was a great defensive play by Hubert.
A whole bunch of hand fighting there, trying to get some space there.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. We've got 24 seconds left on the clock.
All right, they'll line up here again. This time the quarterback will line up under center. Another play action. Screen play to the far side. Kaufman now has it. Kaufman takes initial contact, and it looks like they are going to spot him right there just outside the 5-yard line. That will move the chains.
And there's 15 seconds left in the half.
Hanford yet to call the timeout. And it looks like there it is. And actually, Mountain View is going to call the timeout. With 15 seconds left on it. Hanford does a nice little play, screenplay. Second screenplay they called tonight. This one much more successful than the first time they did it, and able to move the chains on this one, get down there just inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, they were certainly successful and moved the chains, and now they've got a great look. They have time for – they could fit 3 plays in,
They could.
3 shots at the end zone.
Yeah.
They got to be smart about it, but, they've got 3 shots. 3 shots here to move the ball 5 yards to get 6 before half.
No, you're correct there. Bryant seems to be the guy to go to right now. They tried to hit him in the back of the end zone a little earlier in this series. But Sarabino's also made a big catch tonight, too. So, I mean, both those guys.
Well, yeah, I mean,
6 foot plus, going against DBs who are 5'10", 5'11". So, I mean, we'll sit here. Looks like now they are lined up man for man here on him this time. Takes the credit in the inside. He's going to break it out back to the outside. Looks like he might take this one himself, and he is going to get the touchdown. And we have got a Mountain View player a little slow to get up. That is going to be, looks like Hubert. He's going to go ahead and take the, nope, he decided to go ahead and get up. And with 7 seconds left, Hanford puts some more points on the board after their defense is successful. So successful series for the Hanford Falcons on both sides of the ball here as we run into the halftime.
Absolutely, and I mean, you take a look, you think about the missed 2-point conversion opportunities that they had earlier in the game. I mean, that certainly makes a difference. That's an extra, 3 points on the board that they would have had.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, sure is.
With this coming up here, so I mean, it could have been very easy. 28-37.
Yeah, it sure could have. It sure could have. Hanford putting together a great series right before they go into halftime. With the momentum, kick is up, and that's going to be good. And no penalty on roughing the kicker. I guess they're going to say he was possibly pushed in there. And here is another look at that. And it just kind of looks like that, they were just going to go in. 3 against 3 on that one. And 3 for the Falcons takes the win there. Dylan Hubert gives up about 20 pounds, though, on that other number 3. So, it looks like he felt that a little bit there at the
It
at the
looks
goal
like
line.
he felt it.
Another thing, Hanford, I mean, it's always the way it works out, right? So if they had not scored and walked away with no points and 2 timeouts on the board, we would have been like, oh, my gosh, you didn't use the timeouts. He didn't use the timeouts. He scores. There's 7 seconds left, not giving Mountain View much time to do much of anything. So, you're a genius either way, right?
Yeah, I mean, hindsight's always 20/20.
Exactly.
That's how you spin it in the press, right?
That's what I planned for. It's the way I wanted it to happen. All righty. So, it does look like that there was a penalty. They did give the penalty on running into the kicker, and it's going to be set up here right now. So,
yeah, Hanford's kicking game hasn't looked particularly strong yet tonight. We'll see if.
but he does look strong. He's close enough to kick this one to the end zone.
and I think that might be the smart play.
Yeah. All right, so here we go with the kickoff. And they're going to keep this one on the ground, and we got a penalty flag. So looks like we may have an offsides here. So that'll back him up 5, so he'll kick it from the 50. It should be the case. So they'll kick this one from midfield. And here we go again. This time we'll go ahead and kick that one into the end zone up in the air. So Mountain View, with 7 seconds left to play in this first half, will take the ball on the 25-yard line. I'm sorry, the 20-yard line, not the 25.
Hanford's got to make sure they come out here and play a little prevent defense. I mean, we've seen Mountain View have big plays already this half.
Yeah. Well, there's the big umbrella right there. Deal is when you make, you're going to let them catch it underneath. Now you're going to have to make sure you tackle them, because that's where the problem's going to be. Open field tackles is going to be something that's going to need to happen, and that is going to run the quarter out. As Mountain View ends this first half on top 37-25, but I tell you what, there was some momentum there for the Hanford Falcons as we go into this. This is Rodney Lawrence, Ryan Bassbinder. This is EPS Sports. Exciting game, possibly even more excitement in the second half. We'll see you after the half.
Hello, I'm Matt Griffin with this EPS Inspires Student Athlete Spotlight. The EPS Sports team just wrapped up our annual broadcast of the Greater St. Helens League Track and Field Championships. As a former college athlete and a former college distance running coach, I was surprised during our broadcast to learn about one Heritage High School athlete who is now a district champion. Okay, clean start. It was day 2 of the Greater St. Helens League Track and Field Championships, and a junior from Heritage High School quickly jumped the lead of the girls' 3A 800-meter race, and there was no looking back. Leading from start to finish was Margarita Mahay. The surprise was when I got to speak with Margarita in the winner's circle, and she shocked us all by announcing that she had been a track athlete for less than a month. So how has your training been going this year?
I'm in a track and field 3 weeks.
You've only been running track and field for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
What? And a district championship after just 3 weeks of running? How is that possible?
I don't know. God bless me.
That's wonderful. Margarita's coach, who was a collegiate distance runner herself, says Margarita's 3 weeks from novice to district champion was not about developing a training regimen. It was way too late in the season for that. Rather, it was about teaching a novice runner not to go out too fast during her races, the 1600 and the 800.
And I remember the first race, and I was like, slow down, slow down. She was doing the mile in the race's history, I guess. But I think the biggest thing is I was trying to teach her how to race, which was, I guess, in a way, something that you learn early on, that we wanted to make sure she understood not to take the first lap all the way.
Looking back on our footage of the first day's events, I realized that it was Margarita who came within just a couple of seconds of challenging for the 1600-meter district championship. Back in the winner's circle, I gave her some advice as a former distance running coach and encouraged Margarita to keep at it with some summer training. The more miles, the better you're going to do next season. You're going to run cross country in the fall?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think about it.
Okay, well, I'm going to encourage you to do that because somebody who can be on the track team for just 3 weeks and then win a district title should be running a little bit more, okay? And we're going to see you on the winner's stand next year, okay?
I hope so.
Okay, so let's put some miles in this summer. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That is one of the wildest things I have heard during this track meet. 3 weeks this kid has been running, and she's a district champion. Congratulations to Margarita from Heritage High School, winner of the girls' 3A 800-meter run. Now, if you'd like to see Margarita's race or any of the outstanding performances from the Greater St. Helens League Track and Field Championships, you can watch both days' broadcasts on our Evergreen Public Schools YouTube channel in the EPS Sports playlist. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Matt Griffin. Calling all student athletes in Evergreen and Battleground Public Schools. The Mark Rigo Athletic Scholarship Fund is accepting applications. Mark Rigo was a beloved football and track coach who passed away in 2018, but left behind a legacy. The thousands of student athletes he pushed to become the best versions of themselves and pursue their dreams.
His whole thing was the power of one. If he could just do one thing each day for one person, he's made an impact.
If you are heading to college or a post-secondary trade school and have taken part in sports in Evergreen or Battleground Public Schools, Rigo's legacy can also help offset some of your college costs. To fill out an application and learn more, head over to rigoscholarship.com. Let's keep Coach Rigo's legacy going by helping new generations of students pursue their dreams.
Hello and welcome to this EPS Inspires Update. I'm Craig Bernbach. Let's talk hope. We all try to be hopeful. We hope good things will come our way, and we especially hope that our children will experience good things. But did you know that hope can be measured, that hope can be learned, and that if we give kids more hope, they'll be more successful in the classroom? Well, at Burton Elementary School, they're practicing hope as a science, and it's paying off.
Hope is the #1 predictor of well-being.
I don't think I've ever seen the school so full before.
We are so excited to welcome all.
Welcome to Hope Night at Burton Elementary School.
It was emotional for me to see everyone there. When Becky tried to talk about hope, I'm tearing up at the side of the room, you know.
So many students and so many families there, and they care about the work just as much as we do.
On Hope Night, the students were proud to show off their work with hope. There was art, there were poems, and there were a whole lot of kids giving lessons about hope to adults.
So this is like what we hope to be. I said I hope to be a vet.
And what the kids were teaching their parents is that there's a difference between having hope and making a wish.
A wish is something that doesn't require your action. It's based on chance. It may or may not happen, but a hope is more like a goal because you can do things to actually make it happen.
It's great that the kids were teaching their parents what they've done because hope is something that we can also teach one another and lend to one another.
To help students make things happen, Burton is working with hope as a science, something that counselor Raina Luchin-Wall first introduced to the school.
So I was in a counselor level meeting with others from the state of Washington, and they introduced Dr. Chan Hellman and his work with the science of hope. And they said that hope was actually not just a feeling, but a cognition, something that could be taught and something that could be learned and that it would change lives.
So Burton decided to jump in head first. They secured a Hope grant and began educating their entire staff about hope as a science.
Well, I think as we learned directly from Mr. Chan, Dr. Chan, the author of the book, and we learned about the science of hope and really got a good professional development for our entire staff around the science of hope. That helped build some momentum, and then seeing it work.
And it has worked. For the last 2 years, Burton has collected hope scores and compared that data to academic achievement.
When we saw that our students that grew the most in hope also grew the most in reading, and we actually saw the correlation ourselves, that is, it's like the proof is in the pudding, right?
And now students, staff, and families at Burton have proof that being hopeful can change their lives.
HOPE.
Having the belief that you could make your future brighter than your past, and you had the power to do that.
What's this say?
Hope.
As mentioned in the story, a major way to increase hope is to give students a feeling of belonging. And that aligns a great deal with Evergreen Public Schools' new strategic plan that's just starting to be rolled out. Stay tuned for more details. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Craig Bernbach.
Hello, I'm Matt Griffin with this EPS Inspires Senior Spotlight. I'm here in the Evergreen Public Schools broadcast studio where the district's communications team records Sit Down with the Soup, the informational program featuring Superintendent John Boyd and host Craig Bernbach. Now, when Craig and I learned there was an autistic student from Union High School who was a big fan of the show, I thought what better way to celebrate the senior than by inviting him here on set for a tour. After a quick tour of our studio and control room, we went a step further and asked Khalik if he would sit down on the set for a chat with Craig.
I'll sit in this chair.
Yep. You're going to be in Superintendent Boyd's chair. That's this one right here.
Wow, I'm going to be sitting in the superintendent's chair.
Yeah.
Khalik, can you talk a little bit so I can get your mic level?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We good?
Thank you, that's very good.
What do you love about school?
I think just connecting with students and stuff and just being with staff and everybody, I think it's just very, very fun to be around people.
At Union High School, Khalik attends classes and also works in the school cafeteria. Khalik also attends Cascadia Tech Academy for a hospitality and tourism class. Teachers at both schools say Khalik is a people person who enjoys pushing himself to pursue new challenges.
Khalik, where do I start? The moment he walked into class, he comes in every day with a smile, and he actually says hello to everyone, or good morning to everyone. And he's so inspiring.
And just like any other student on the spectrum, everybody's different, and his take on things is if it's something that's interesting, it's something that he likes, he's willing to go after it and go after it hard. And with the Sit Down with the Soup, or it's his work at Cascadia, he said, hey, this is a new experience that sounds like something that I might be interested in, so I'm going to go full force at it.
Back on set, Khalik tells us that Union High School has felt like a home away from home, and graduating is going to be bittersweet.
Had a lot of good teachers there. I have about a month and a half now left with them, and it's gonna be kind of hard for me to leave them because it's like a good community. Feels like a family going to that school.
And Khalik has so enjoyed being an Evergreen Public Schools student, he has visited every school in our district, learning facts about each, and even made a PowerPoint presentation to share with fellow students and teachers. You couldn't ask for a better advocate for how schools make for stronger communities.
What's so great about Evergreen Public Schools? What would you tell them?
I guess I could say we have a great community here, and I think it's very, very good to have this community because a lot of people these days are deciding to come into our district and stuff, so I think the more we spread the word and get people to come into our district, the more we'll get more people to come into this community and feel like they're welcomed.
As we wrapped up our interview, Superintendent John Boyd came on set to say hello.
Oh, there's Superintendent Boyd.
Hey, hi, Boyd.
Great job interviewing.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Nice job.
Thank you.
You know what I'm scared about, though? I'm scared that you might take my job.
Yeah.
Your answers were so absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
After Khalik's time on set, we asked his mom, Angie, to reflect on his time as a student and his willingness to try new things.
Everybody he comes in contact with, he's just smiling, happy. He puts everybody before himself. So he's been just an amazing kid, and for having autism and having a lot of things change, he's really willing to try a lot of things, which has just been amazing.
And then, of course, no Sit Down with the Soup guest host gets away without a souvenir photo. It really was such a treat to meet Khalik and his mom Angie. So to sit down with the Soup's #1 fan, we say congratulations, and we can't wait to hear about your future successes. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Matt Griffin.
Hello and welcome to this EPS Inspires update. I'm Craig Bernbach. One thing about sports is that it brings people together. Whether it's playing together or just cheering for the same team, sports can unite people. And over at Chehalis Middle School, that's exactly what's happening in a unified PE class and in the gym with the Eagles' first ever unified basketball team. At first glance, this basketball game at Chehalis Middle School might seem like a big rivalry game. The crowd was huge, the cheerleaders, they brought the energy, and the student section was on point with their home team cheer. But there was one thing that was a bit different, as the crowd was cheering for both teams and all players. Yes, this crowd was unified because they were attending Chehalis' first ever unified basketball game. What's your favorite part of basketball?
Though, the part when you just bounce the ball up and down and toss it into that hoop.
It's honestly just like a great time, and just like working with everybody and seeing like the stands, it's a good time.
It's definitely a good time, as the unified basketball program brings students from general education and students from special education programs and puts them together on one team. Do you know what's happening today?
What?
Do you have a game today?
Yeah, game day.
Are you excited about it?
Yeah, we're just...
It's about one team. It's about one community. How do we build it?
Teachers Carrie Doyle and Cameron Brothers have been the main architects in building the unified program at Chehalis. It started with a unified PE class.
Unified PE is like Mr. Brothers kids come in here and are able to like work with other kids so that they have a better gym experience.
And so we just picked a class period, and the kids that were in that class period did not necessarily know that this was going to be a unified PE class, but once we started it and explained it to them, by the end, those kids were all friends. They were doing things that were beyond themselves.
The unified PE class served as a launching pad for the unified sports program, a partnership with Special Olympics Washington.
I have a lot of experience with Special Olympics, and this year, a couple years ago, when they talked about the unified sports, I wanted to support it because I think Special Olympics is really an important opportunity for kids to play.
And play together, because when students play together, they grow together.
It started off as being two groups of kids, and now it's one group of kids. That's the biggest thing of all.
I think it's helped me with like patience and like more friends.
My partner is Jaden. He's amazing. Like having that connection with your partner is really special.
And that special connection goes beyond just the kids in the class and on the team. An experience like this unified basketball game resonates through the entire Chehalis community.
Every single person at the school matters. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody needs to feel like they're a part of a community and feel safe. And those kids feel safe because they know they have their peers behind them.
Now, while unified programs exist in many high schools, the middle school unified programs are just starting to grow. Over at Chehalis, well, they're already planning on starting a unified soccer program. For Evergreen Public Schools, I'm Craig Bernbach.
Hey, we want to welcome you guys back here to the second half of the Mountain View Thunder and the Hanford Falcons game here. This is homecoming night for the Mountain View Thunder team, and their football team is playing like it's homecoming night. They're on top tonight. Offensively, have not been stopped but once up to this point, and that was the last series there before the half ended there. Kind of felt like momentum may have been moving towards Hanford in that, but we'll see. Hanford gets the ball as we come back and start quarter three. We'll see if they can capitalize on that.
Yeah, I certainly agree. I mean, I think this game is still to be decided, and it's going to be which team defensively decides to show up the most, right? I think the biggest difference here is that Mountain View's gotten some extra points for some two-point conversions that is pushing this game a little bit further away than what it actually is.
Right.
I mean, they've only scored one more time than Hanford has.
Right, yeah.
But they're sitting at a 12-point advantage.
Right, no, exactly. I mean, extra points, they've made all of theirs. Hanford hasn't made any of theirs, right? If we talk about the players that made the difference on both sides of the ball, if we talk about Hanford first, it's got to be what's the young man's name?
Preston Bryant.
Preston Bryant. I mean, he has by far been their saving grace, their guiding light, if you will, to have them this close into the game. You know, Mountain View, you know, because of the type of offense they have, they tend to kind of spread the love around. Both Brown and Drake are doing good things. Both of them are probably close to 100 yards already. We think about the tight end who's in the game, and that's Aiden Cummings, who has made some couple of big plays for him. And, you know, so both teams have some guys, you know, but somebody's going to step up defensively, and that's going to make the difference.
Yeah, it certainly will.
All right, well, we are ready here to start the third quarter off. We just remind you this is EPS Sports. I'm Rodney Lawrence. This is Ryan Vastbinder. We are on local channel at Xfinity 328, and also YouTube for the folks who are not in the immediate area. So if you've got family members who would like to enjoy some high school football and they're out of the area, just go ahead and direct them towards YouTube, the Evergreen School District channel, and you'll be able to find our link out there that way as well. We want to thank everybody who has joined us up to this point. Pretty good football game here. Hopefully we're going to see some more excitement here in the second half of the game. I want to remind everybody that this, as always, this is a doubleheader, and we do have a 7 o'clock game. That will be Evergreen going against Glacier Peak. That ought to be a pretty good game. And the interesting note on that is we have a coach who used to be the coach for the Union Titans, who is now the coach for Glacier Peak, and that is Rory Rosenbach, who is going to be back down in McKenzie Stadium for the first time in several years, and he is not going to be supporting a Clark County football team. So that's going to be interesting to see. Glacier Peak, pretty good program, 1-2 right now. Evergreen 3-1, but some good stuff. So want to make sure everybody is going to stay around for that as well. Alrighty, so we started off here. Hanford's going to take the ball off at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 from the 20. Quarterback, that's going to be Eli Perks. And I hope we pronounced that young man's name the correct way. Their starting running back, Carter Kaufman, and their fullback, Josh Henning. And that has comprised their backfield the entire first half of this game, and it looks like that is not going to change for the second half. As they come out here on the field, and they line up in pistol formation and a bunch formation, if you will, down there at the bottom of the screen. Drop back, and that's going to be Brian. He's going to make the catch, spin back to the inside. He'll make it to the 25 with momentum before he is stopped. Hanford does do a lot of play action when they're that one for the first play of this third quarter. Straight drop back out of that formation. I think they realize that formation creates a little bit of confusion for the Mountain View secondary. Sean Arnold checks into the game with the play. We've got trips into the boundary down here. And we're going to play action and fake that again. Brian's going to get the ball out in the open, but not many people around him. In fact, he's going to get back to about the 39-yard line. That's going to be enough to move the chains. But nice play again, play action. Bootleg that out the back, threw into the boundary to get some extra yardage there to move the chains.
Yeah, we've seen good ball movement from Hanford to start the second half.
Breaks the huddle, pistol formation, trips into the boundary once again. Time looks like the quarterback's going to run. Steps in behind some blocking a little bit. He's going to get drugged down from behind. It looks like he's going to make it to about the 42-yard line. That will bring up second down.
Yeah, that play there, it could have been an option because his running back almost took off to the right where instead of cutting upfield, it provided to be a blocker for him.
Sure did. Stepped right in behind that. This time we have trips here. Slot formation. Looking to get that ball back out to the outside. Now straight down the middle. Had the tight end coming across the middle of the field. That is number 30. That is Nolan West. First time we've thrown the ball at that young man in this game, but he was coming across the middle, open, essentially. The quarterback needed to put that one on him. That's going to bring up third down. Slot receiver here in the bottom. I formation. Play action. Going to get flushed out of the pocket. Trying to set up and go. It looks like he is going to go ahead and try to get that one out. And he's going to get chased down, but he is going to get that one away. Did have a receiver in the area, Nolan West in the area, so no penalty flag, but that will bring up fourth down. So the first series of the third quarter, the offense not able to keep it pushing the way they did in that at the end of the first quarter. Mountain View defensive line hurried their quarterback two separate occasions here on second and third down. That's going to get brought up the punting situation. Well, I take that back. It looks like, quick punt here. So we have a man in motion, and they're going to go ahead and kick that one away. Off the bounce, it'll make it all the way down past the 15-yard line. And it looks like it's going to come to a stop at right around the 11. So good punt there. With the roll and everything, it's giving Mountain View the ball deep into their own territory here. 9:23 left to play. And Mountain View will start 1st and 10 from the 11. Cook, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. He's going to hand that ball off to Drake. Drake pulls in behind his offensive lineman there. He'll get across the line of scrimmage and down past the 15. Second down. It looks like there might have been some confusion there in the backfield with the double handoff. Looks like he might have been trying to hand it off to the wing, James Thompson. Not able to, and they're going to lose some yards on that one to bring up third down. All right, Cash sets him down. Boots out the back, looking for a receiver downfield. He's got a man open. He's able to bring that one in. Great catch. Hits the ground hard, though. He's going to get up slow from that one. But Kamal goes into the air and snags that one right out of the air. Great catch. Goes down right there at the 45-yard line. That'll move the chains. Make sure this young man is okay, but it does look like that's one of them head slammers. He might have a headache.
Yeah, we see it here. I mean, Kamal's able to go ahead and just make a tremendous catch on this play. Yeah, it looks like he might have just hit his head on the turf there as he came down with it. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he stretched out for that one.
He did. That was
Definitely
very
stretched
impressive
out for it.
athletic move.
Way to go up there and get the ball. So either teams are going to move to the sidelines here until they figure out if this young man is okay. You know, you kind of talk about that play in particular, and he's gotten up, and it looks like he's able to walk off on his own. That's a great job. But the play itself, nice little play action, right? Booted out the back end of it, and just was able to put it on him. I mean, that was just a great pass. Cash put it in a place nobody else could have caught it but Kamau.
Yeah.
And moved the chains and moved them right on down the field.
It was a great toss, and I mean, the only thing that Sean Arnold could do in that situation is just try to stick his arm up and get in the way because Kamau had him beat.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably going to have a headache for a little bit on that one. All right. Under center, gives the ball to the first man up. That's going to be Brown, the big running back. He'll get across the 50-yard line down to the 43. Give him 8 on this one. Second down. Cash goes up under center this time. Gonna hand this one off. Tried to get this, and looks like they were trying to do that double handoff again. One of the defenders got back there and got in the middle of that. Credit Drake for going ahead and recognizing that wasn't going to happen, going upfield and getting enough to move the chains. It'll be first down from the 46-yard line. Hubert goes into the game as Jaden Brown comes out. Cash drops back, rolling out, trying to find somebody. We're going to have a penalty flag there. That ball is caught. Cueva, the receiver on that one, as he comes across, delayed on that one, but we got a penalty holding on Mountain View, so that's going to back him up 10.
Yeah, that's a big play to negate that.
Yeah, it sure is. Because that's going to back them up back into their own territory, down to the 44-yard line. They'll take the ball over from there at first down. Handoff here, guard pulls out in front of it. This time he's going to get dragged down from behind. And that's going to be Nolan West, number 30 for Hanford. Makes the stop. Get a few on the carry. Second down. Handoff. And this time they have definitely sniffed out that double handoff play. They've been all over that.
They certainly have, but that's the first stop that they've had for a loss on that play. This is a big third down here.
It sure is.
You figure if you're Mountain View and you cut the distance in half, I mean, that at least puts you in 4-down territory.
Mountain View now sets up slot receivers on the far side. Quarterback drops back. We've got one coming across the middle, and he is going to drop that in the middle of nowhere. The only one close is Kamau. Not able to find anybody to put that one on. All right, so it looks like they are going to go ahead and punt this one away, as the punt team now gets out here on the field. Kamau kicks this one straight up in the air. Not exactly sure where that's going to come down. And it looks like it'll stop it right at about the 26-yard line. So Hanford will take the ball over for the second time in the third quarter here. Mountain View offense not able to put any points on the board in this series as well. We'll see if this game has quieted down a little bit. We'll see here what goes on this next one.
Yeah, it's certainly been a different feeling to the second half than what we saw in the first half.
Yeah. Sends a man in motion. Quick pitch to the far side. Great block there by the fullback. Hennings just plows his man and allows Kaufman to get 9 yards out of this run. That'll bring up 2nd and 1. Breaks the huddle again. Oh, the ball's going to be fumbled, but it looks like they are able to get it back there. Looks like there was a mishandling of the snap. But they'll lose a yard, bring up 2nd and 2. Under center again. Looks for a hole on his own. He is going to be able to find it. Nice little quarterback sneak there. Get a couple out of that, and he's going to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Clock continued in the run. 3:36 left to play in the quarter. Hanford moving the ball down the field. Slot formation here at the bottom of the screen. Play action pass, looking for somebody to get that ball off to. Able to find the receiver right there in the middle of the field. Big catch there. That's going to be about 9 yards on that catch. 2nd and 1.
We see a replay here. He's able to scramble, just find Sarabia open.
Good job there by Sarabia. And it looks like they are going to move the chains there. Hanford did get the first down on a little quick play. The chains still haven't moved yet, so we're waiting to see what's going on. There's the official. And there we go. So now they are going to actually move it. Hanford did get the first down. Clock stopped at 2:44. Preston Bryant split out on top of the screen there. Kaufman moves out there that sets up in the slot. Quarterback keeps this, bounces it to the outside. He'll get run out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Nice little 9-yard run. So I'm telling you, the average run per carry in this second half for these guys has been about 7 yards.
Yeah, no, it certainly has, and we've seen a completely different play calling setup. First half, it was certainly pass heavy.
Yeah.
And in the second half, it's shifted to more run-oriented offense.
All right, shotgun formation. Pistol. With Kaufman lined up directly out, but he's going to move out to the slot. Hennings will shift over himself. Screen out to the outside. That's going to get to Bryan. Nice little outside open field taken down by Kamau. Comes up, makes the stop. Looks like he's going to be just shy of the first down. Arnold lined up down here at the bottom on the numbers. Nice little push for the first down. They're going to get it, and that's going to move the chains too.
Yeah, Hanford being methodical with this possession, just consistently moving the chains.
Yep.
No real big plays, but they're consistently getting 3-4 at a time.
They sure are. All right, slot formation down here at the bottom. Bryant in the slot. Play action, looking for, he's going to get chased out of the pocket. And he lets that one go to Sarabia and not able to make the catch. Got to bring up 2nd and 10. Arnold comes back into the game. All right, so formation here once again, slots to the far side. Rolls out, has a man down the field, tries to get it out there to him. That is going to be Bryant, the intended receiver. Covered well by Hubert. And that'll bring out 3rd down and 10.
We've seen Hanford in the first half several times in this situation. In 3rd and long, they were able to convert. We'll see what they come up with here in the third quarter.
All right, well, this is the bunch formation here at the bottom of the screen. Then they moved it in. He's going to boot this out of the back. And it looks like he is not going to be able to, and he's going to run out of bounds. At about the 25-yard line. That won't be enough for the first down. Oh, yes, it will.
Looks like he just got enough. That's good field awareness by Perks.
Yeah, it sure is. So Hanford breaks the huddle. Perks goes under center this time. They have got trip receivers down here into the boundary. Quick pitch to the far side of the field. And Kaufman is not going to get any yards out of this. He is going to lose about 5 on the play. Weak side pitch, not able to seal that outside defender so he could get that edge to make that play worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas Hobbs are doing a great job of peeling off that block, make the tackle.
Yeah. Looks like we might get one more play out of this, depending on whether or not they decide to throw the ball or not. Going to rotate. Doesn't have anybody. Flushes out of the pocket. We are going to have a penalty flag. It's probably going to be holding based on who threw it. So that'll stop the clock with 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Perks just not having anywhere to go there. His
No,
pocket
not at all.
collapsed.
So Perks takes a pretty hard hit, too, on that as well. That penalty will back him up to the 40-yard line.
It's going to make it 2nd and 25, 2nd 24.
All right, here. So we're going to see the trips bunch formation down here at the bottom of the screen. Kaufman, the lone running back, drops back. Some pretty good protection here. Tries to get it out. Good job there by Hubert to come in late and break that up. The intended receiver was Kaufman, who had leaked out of the backfield. Nice job there by the Mountain View defensive secondary to come across and stay on top of that.
Yeah, Huber with a great defensive play there to come across and knock that ball down. We'll see a replay here. See Parks finds his target downfield and he lets it fly. And Huber's coming across the field, just able to get a hand on it.
Yeah, because that catch would have been made if Hubert hadn't showed up.
Absolutely.
Perks did a good job putting that ball in the spot where only Kaufman was going to be able to get it. All right, well, that play did end the third quarter, so we are getting ready here for the fourth and final quarter. Mountain View still on top, 37-25.
It's definitely a different feeling there. I mean, we went an entire quarter with no scores. We look back at the first quarter, and there was a combined 30-plus points between both teams in the first quarter to start this game.
Looks like Hanford's running game has kind of showed up a little bit more here in the second half as well. Some nice blocks by the big fullback, Josh Hennings, to kind of free Kaufman up on some things. But, you know, they do a lot of play action. They do a lot of naked boots. They do a lot of, stuff to the weak side. They'll go strong and run the play weak. I mean, that's something that they like to do. And, and if that outside guy on the offensive line is able to get secure that edge, they're off to the races with that. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think what hurt them here, it looks like they're going to go for it. Oh, it is only third down.
Yeah, 3rd and 24. So, yeah, they still have space. We've got slot receivers right there at the top. Design rollout. We already got a penalty flag. He lets this one go, and that ball's going to be dropped. And it looks like we have a player hurt down at the other end. Not sure what happened. I thought the Mountain View guys ran into each other.
They did. I mean, if that's an injury, it looks like it's non-contact, which is certainly scary.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a false start on the offense as well. It's like could be a foot or an ankle for Sarabia, who's down.
Nice shot there of McKenzie Stadium. Hanford did travel with some folks. That's a long ride on a Friday afternoon, but definitely had some supporters come down here for him.
It's definitely a long ride. I made that trip last week, and I went up to Pullman and coming
that's
back,
right.
and I remember when we hit Tri-Cities, I was like, man, we still got 3.5 hours to go.
Yeah. And that's a good sign. He's walking off on his own. So 11:53 left to play in this game. Mountain View still on top. But Hanford's definitely been showing some promise here in the second half. 4th and 24, but definitely these guys have definitely put themselves in a position that they might be able to get this game back on track. They're going to go ahead and punt this one away. Squibb it, looks like, and does a pretty good job. I'm not quite sure. I thought it already went out of bounds and then popped back in. So I think they're just
about
outside.
the 10-yard line.
Just around the 10. So good job there for the kicker. Kind of pooched it out of there, and Mountain View will take over the ball on the 10-yard line. Mountain View hands it off. Brown takes the ball, gets in behind his blocking. Nice little bob and weave. He's going to get up to midfield before he is dragged down.
Yeah, good block there by Felix Cuevas.
Yeah, 30-yard run there by the big running back, Jaden Brown. 1st and 10 from the
We'll
45.
see here. Brown's just able to go ahead and find a lane through the middle. Makes a big run until he goes ahead and gets pushed out at the 45-yard line.
Asa Perks, number 7, saves the touchdown on that one. Got another handoff to Brown. Brown's going to lower his shoulder and just drive. He'll get about 3, looks like, with momentum. 2nd and 7. All right, lines up here again. This time Cook's going to go in under center. Hands that ball off. Brown again. Nice blocking there by Porter. Porter Drake doing a good job to get that extra yards for him as Brown's going to get that ball down to the 35-yard line of Hanford territory. So it looked like both defenses softening up on the runs here as both teams now able to run the ball pretty successfully. Slots into the boundary. Thompson the wing out there on the far side. Cook drops back looking for somebody, moves down to the bottom of the screen, tries to go across the middle, and that is going to get picked off. He gets out there to the outside, makes it back to midfield before he is tackled. And you know the old saying, never throw across the middle of the field late, and that is exactly what happened.
That's exactly why. That's Jackson Nemi.
Right there to pick that one off. So the first turnover of the game for both sides.
Yeah.
And here's Cook. Cook comes around, throws that late back towards the middle. That's a tough pass to make. Big linebacker picks that up in the middle.
And that could be a big momentum swinger here for Hanford.
Rylan Ryback's the one making the tackle, one of the offensive linemen. So good job. So 9:55 before any turnovers are made on either side of the ball. So clean game so far, but Hanford has the ball back in Mountain View territory. And the first ball drop tonight, that is going to,
by Sean Arnold.
Sean Arden, that's the first one he's dropped tonight.
It is. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. I mean, Hanford's dropped a few tonight. That's kind of hurt them. It's kind of stalled their offensive momentum. I mean, this is only second down now, but we'll see how the rest of the series kind of plays out.
Well, Evergreen from game 2, they've made their way down to the stadium. Glacier Peak showed up a little earlier, and they're out in one of the distant fields warming up. Great shot through the middle, makes the first tackler miss. Nice stiff arm, brings the ball back inside, and that is just a great catch and run by the running back, Kaufman.
Yeah, Kaufman doing a great job there to evade several tackles. Cuts across the field.
Sure did.
Seeing this replay here. Kaufman just kind of breaks off. Comes through the middle of the field, misses one.
Nice stiff arm there. Spins out of that one. Great job there by the running back. Falcons on the move. Perks drops back, decides he's going to step inside. Tries to step up. They have him on the 19-yard line, which is the line of scrimmage. So Hanford now breaks the huddle.
Play clock down to 2.
And they're going to get a timeout, save that they actually probably would have gotten it off, but maybe the timeout might be a better thing for them.
It might be. They look like there was a little bit of confusion there of what they wanted to run.
So Hanford left timeouts on the board at the end of the first half. This time it looks like they're going to try and use some of them. Both local teams tonight playing teams from down the road. Glacier Peak up the I-5 corridor. Not quite as far as Hanford, but they had a bit of a travel to get here.
Still a ways. I mean, they're in Snohomish, north of Seattle.
Yep.
Especially with Friday traffic. I mean, it's a trek.
They probably felt a lot better about having the 7 o'clock game.
Yeah.
As opposed to the 4:30 start. All right, well, that timeout saved them a possible delay of game penalty in 5 yards. So Hanford comes back on the field, second down and 10. Shotgun formation. Strong side to the far side. Looks like there might be an equipment issue with Sarabina. So Arnold will step in for him. Drops back, looking for somebody. He is going to get flushed out of the pocket. Steps up, has a man coming across the great catch right there in the middle of the field there. That is going to be the name we've been calling all afternoon. Preston Bryant. Good catch for number 11.
Yeah, I mean, and that tackles by Kamau. I mean, I will tell, I am impressed with Alakai Kamau tonight. I mean, he's listed at 5'10", 166, but he's playing a whole lot bigger than that.
Yeah, he sure is.
I mean, he's been making tackles and hits like this all night.
All right, so we break the huddle. A little bit of sense of urgency you can see there in the Hanford Falcons as they line up with trip receivers bunch down at the bottom. Bryant goes in motion, resets. Boot out. Going to try and bring it back the other way. Has a man open. Makes the almost touchdown as he had Kaufman opened over there on the far side. Kaufman unable to pull that one in. That drop will stop the clock at 8 minutes left to play. 37-25 the score. Designed run play. It looks like the quarterback's going to get in. That ball gets popped up in the air. And that they are going to say that is already a touchdown. We're going to see. Well, there's no instant replay on this.
There is no instant replay.
Well, that's a touchdown.
But they call
the officials called that a touchdown.
You call it a touchdown. It was definitely close. So whether that ball crossed that plane before it popped out, we'll see an instant replay here, which we have the benefit that the officials don't. See, he just takes off. I mean, I think he gets in. But it's tough to tell.
He lost his helmet and the ball on that play, too.
It was definitely a big hit.
All right, well, I tell you what, 37-31 now. I mean, with just under 8 minutes left to play, this puts a whole new dynamic on this ball game. They're going to go ahead and take the extra point. See if they're going to be able to get one here. And they missed that one as well, so still tonight the struggle is extra points.
It's extra points. I mean, that's a 6-point game. I mean, that's huge, especially with them not being able to convert extra points.
Yeah.
Another score only ties the game. It doesn't put them ahead.
Yeah,
it's not guaranteed. I mean, the score is huge for them, but I think something else big for Hanford tonight is that they're coming off 2 consecutive defensive stops.
Yeah.
And so they've got their confidence. They didn't have any of that in the first half.
You're
and they're coming out in the second half. We'll see the replay again here. We'll see the big hit.
Helmet and ball left at the same time. Caught his helmet, lost the ball. But it's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
37-31. Mountain View still on top. Tell you what, though, the Falcons are on the move. All right, here we go. Huddled up here. Mountain View looks like expecting an onside kick.
Well, Hanford's come out and they've squibbed a few, so we'll see what happens here.
He's going to squib that one. Let's make them chase that in. Picks that up inside the 5. And he is not going to find anywhere to go as he gets tackled right across the 10-yard line. So Mountain View takes the ball over again, deep in their own territory. 7:46 left to play in this game. And you can feel the momentum changing here a little bit. We'll have to see what's going on.
Certainly can. You can feel it in the stadium. The student section below, they're getting a little louder, a little bit more peppy. They feel it too, trying to get behind their team.
Hanford's offense taking advantage of that turnover, that pick right there in the middle of the field on the last series. So here we go. Cook underneath, hands that off to Brown. Brown gets out there, nice strong run, dragging people, and he's going to go down at about the 24-yard line. About 11-yard run, but that'll move the chains. Cook now sets him down again under center. Hands that off to Drake this time. Drake steps in underneath his blocking. And he is going to get about a yard out of this before he is stopped. And bring up 2nd and 9. Defensively, it looks like they are starting to pick up on the cues and things that are happening on their offensively for the Mountain View line, because they pull guards and in their center, and they false pull. They do all kinds of things, and these guys are starting to pay attention to what's going on. Following the pull, there we go again. That's a straight handoff to the big man, and he'll get across the 30 down to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Brown's certainly been impressive tonight and moving the football, especially after the first contact. He just keeps his legs moving.
Yeah, that's the difference right there, and you just said it. What he does after first contact has made all the difference in the world. And that kind of running game can take you deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, it certainly can.
That ball off. Brown will take it again. Porter Drake doing a great job lead blocking, creating space for Brown to get the yards to move those chains. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and I mean the biggest thing too about the run game, it allows you to control the clock.
Yeah, it sure does.
Right? We're sitting at 5:40 left. They've got a new set of downs. They can run this clock down, especially if they get another set, to leave little time left for Hanford.
Yeah, they sure can. Play clock has been down under 10 seconds every time they've taken a snap here in this series. So they have definitely slowed down. Got that one off just in time. Drake does a good move as he steps back inside. That'll get him across the 50-yard line. It looks like just enough to move the chains. Cook sets him down. Hand off again to Brown. Brown does a good job finding a crease in there. Gets down to the 40. He'll get 8 yards out of that run. Brown definitely surpassed the century mark here in yards tonight. Field clock down to 5. Hands this off to Brown again. Brown does a good job bringing that back inside. Spins out of the last bit of contact there and is going to back his way down to about the 22-yard line. A nice 25-yard run there for the running back. It's another first down there for Mountain View.
We'll see it here. Brown just bounces. He just bounces to the outside, cuts back up towards the middle. He's so good at finding his lanes and his holes.
Yeah, he sure is. Covered that ball up real tight, too, as he got down there through the middle, making sure not that he wasn't going to get stripped from him. This time they're going to give it to Drake. Drake's a good job himself. He's going to get wrapped up by the quarterback, Perks. And we have got a hurt player. It looks like that might be a cramp.
Looks like that's Rafael Gonzalez down for Hanford. He was trying to run it off. Couldn't quite make it.
Well, as they get that taken care of, we just kind of talk about, and we, beating a dead horse here, but we just have to just emphasize how well of a job that Jaden Brown has done here in the second half and the way he's carried the ball. The blocking up front, I mean, that's probably the next coolest thing, right?
Yeah.
Is to see Drake and Porter block. I mean, Drake and Porter, that's the same kid. See Porter and Jaden blocking for each other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, many times you've seen Porter Drake out there throwing blocks that's freeing up Brown to get that extra yard and vice versa. So, that's a cool thing. That's team mentality football, no selfish. If I ain't got it, I got you. If you ain't got it, you got me. So, I like that mentality, and I like the way that backfield is operating.
Yeah, it's been great to watch, and I mean, they've done a great job blocking for each other. The offensive line has done a great job pulling in the right direction, creating holes. I mean, they both Porter Drake and Jaden Brown have showed great maturity in running the football tonight.
Yeah. All right, well, it looks like they got him off the field. Hopefully he'll be able to work through that cramp and get back out there and help his team. Clock stopped at 2:45, actually. The clock is running. They are definitely trying to slow the game down as they allow the game clock to get to about 5 before they get in there. 3 seconds left when that handoff happened. Drake will get down to the 10-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. And it's 1st and goal from the 10.
And at this point, Hanford is going to have to start burning some timeouts. They've got 2 left.
All right, here we go. Hands that ball off to Brown again. Brown finds the edge. He'll get down across the 5-yard line before he's brought down. Perks, number 3, comes up to clean that all up at the end to stop him at the 5. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looks like Hanford is going to go ahead and call a timeout. That'll leave him with 1 remaining. Important to note that Mountain View can still go ahead and get a 1st down without getting into the end zone.
They sure can.
If that's the case, that certainly seals it.
Well, as it stands now, if the game was to end right now, Hanford's still able to put a win on their schedule as of yet.
Yeah, they came out and they've played really tough tonight.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting as close a game as we saw tonight. I mean, at the end of the day, the difference was extra points. I mean, if they're able to make extra points, I mean, this is a lot closer football game.
It sure is.
Than the 6 points that we currently see.
They're going to hand this off to Drake again. Drake, the outside, tries to cut that one back up inside. He's going to get stopped right there at about the 4. If he'd have kept that one outside, he possibly could have scored. He tried to bring that one back on the inside. Ran into some defenders. It's up under center. They're going to give this to Brown. Brown is going to get hit as soon as he gets the handoff. Hanford's defense getting a little stingy down there inside the 5. They're going to lose yards on this, back him up to the 5-yard line. That will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, if Hanford's able to hold him, they still have one timeout. I mean, it's going to leave about 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, it sure will. The clock continuing to run. Field clock now down to 5. And they're going to go ahead and take the penalty. Oh, and they're going to take the timeout as they let as much of the clock run out. Mountain View now, both teams only having one penalty left. 23 seconds left to play in this game.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Mountain View, do you attempt a field goal to put the game out of reach?
That is definitely a possibility.
Would make it a 9-point game.
Yep.
Trying to see. It looks like Owen Purvis
is actually
out
the
there.
And that is the case. It does look like they're going to go ahead and let Owen put the 3 points on there and kind of seal the fate of the Falcons, because this would definitely do it. Here the setup, we've got a kick, and that is blocked. Why didn't he pick that up and run?
I'm not sure. I mean, so my initial reaction was that he's definitely should have. I mean, there was nobody else on the far side of the field. He would have had an open lane.
Yeah.
Instead, I think he was thinking that if he picks it up in the end zone, maybe they started out with a little bit field position on the 20, but at the same time, you're looking at there's 20 seconds left in the game. Pick that ball up and you take it as far as you can.
Well, that keeps everything super interesting. That's blocked. A touchdown. Well, the touchdown ties it.
And the extra points have certainly been in question for Hanford tonight. They do have one timeout. They've got 19 seconds. The ball sitting on the 20-yard line. We've seen them make big plays.
Yep, they sure are.
Mountain View's coming out in prevent defense.
They drop back, get the catch, and he's going to get out of bounds. So that's a big catch down to the 36-yard line. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock 13 seconds, 1st and 10. Mountain View still in prevent. A little tighter than they were before. As we get closer, quarterback drops back. Tries to find somebody to throw it to. Keeps on running. Gets it out there to Kaufman. Kaufman is going to get tackled out of bounds.
4 seconds remaining.
So this is the play of the game here.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the last play. I mean, they still have one timeout, but they don't have time to run to.
No, this has to be a touchdown. So they've got trips receivers into the boundary. Moves the tight end over to the far side. Drops back. Oh, and he goes down and the game is ended on a sack. And that's Rylan Ryback, defensive lineman there, sacks to end the game.
Yeah,
Mountain
it was
View,
a sack in the game.
37-41.
And unfortunately, I mean, that's a great finish. Unfortunately, it looks like Perks may be injured. I don't know if it's just a cramp. It looks like that may be it, which that's good news. That was a fantastic football game to watch tonight.
Yeah. Hey, we want to welcome everybody for coming in and joining us tonight with the Mountain View Thunder and the Hanford Falcons. Great matchup, great game. Turned to a really exciting second half of this game. Remind everybody that we do have another game coming tonight. That's the Evergreen Plainsmen, and that's going to be against the Glacier Peak
Grizzlies.
The Glacier Peak Grizzlies. That game will start. The start time is initially 7 o'clock, but they are allowed 20 minutes warm-up time, so it looks like we will be back on the air around 7:30. We want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight, near and far. Rodney Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder. This is EPS Sports, and we'll see you later.